Here I am at my cousin's place. It's quite a nice place up at Upper Coomera. Not sure about all these statues in here though, but they're everywhere up here on, look, there's another one out there. Look at them. See out by the pool? They're everywhere up here. Alright, so I'm just, I've got a few hours. I'm only 38 minutes away from the venue, Pacific Bowman at Mudgeeraba, and today we start at 12 o'clock. Let's see, we start at 1 o'clock, and it's shooting a 2-arrow 3D animal 20 target round. All arrows score, unmarked distances from 7 to 48 metres. Never done it before. Then on Saturday, we start at 8 AM and it's a 3-arrow, 20 Aussie circle target round. All arrows score, marked distances from 7 to 48, so if it's marked, I'll be okay. Then in the afternoon, 2-arrow, 20 ABA paper animal target round. Both arrows score, marked distances 7 to 48. So Saturday's not going to be too bad because it's marked. But then on Sunday we go back to unmarked again, shooting a 3-arrow, 20 ABA coloured animal target round. First arrow scores highest. They're going to have to explain all this to me. Unmarked distances from 7 to 48. Sunday this afternoon, the last one is shooting a 1-arrow, 20 ABA coloured animal round, unmarked distances from 7 to 48. Well, I've got no idea how I'm going to go. I did pretty good with Jimi on the field on the flat, but we'll see what happens in the real world. Yeah, right now I'm going to try to put a light into my scope, and I'm going to change the lens back to a 2, not a 1. The lens, so it's, no, I'm going to just 6 times the lens I'm going to put in so I can actually see the target, and I'm going to put a light on the pin so I'll see the pin even though I'm focusing more on the target. I think that's the best way to go. So I've got a couple of hours I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to show you the guard dog out here. He's as big as a horse. He had to be introduced to me so he didn't tear me apart if I came onto the property unannounced. So let's see if he's out here. Beasley! 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 There he is. You can't get a look at the, he's about a 80 or 90 kilo dog. You know, you can't see it from there. I'll put a human hand near him. Oh, that's no good. He's an absolute monster. So I don't know if I can get out to the pool or not with safety when I get back. Unless David's here, my cousin. Alright then. So I'm off now to get down here and fix up this shorelock sight and refibre it with some fibre that I bought, and stick one of those lights onto it like I did. Okay, I've made a mistake on that one. Let's try that again. What I'm going to do is I've got a 6 times lens on here, but I put a #1 clarifier in to see the pin better. I think what I want to do with this 3D shooting is be able to see what I'm shooting at better. So I'm taking the #1 clarifier out and putting the #2 clarifier back, but I'm going to refibre this and put the light on it like I had before, shine the light through the fibre so it'll just be very easy to see, but I'll be seeing the target better. And I'm putting on Jimi's, made me a sight tape to put on here. We spent a lot of time getting those readings, and he's printed that out. He's very reliable in that department, making sight tapes, and his works beautifully. So I'm putting mine on here today, now, and I have the sight tape on there. I'll have the clarifier in. I'll rewire that, refibre that so I can see through it better with the light connected to it so I can turn it on, and that should be it. Good luck to me. See if I can rattle some cages today. Okay, so I've got all the clarifiers there that I think I might need. I think it's always better to have more than nothing or little. So I'm going to take out the number 1 that's in there, which is a yellow one, and put this 3/32 green one back in. So that's my first job, and I know that'll clear the target up nicely. That'll be the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm just going to use the hex heads here to do that. Okay, I had this one length on before, going all the way from the sight down to here where I had the light. You may have seen that on a previous video. But what's happened is it sort of snapped off there. But this is a bit longer than the part that was only in the sight because it snapped off at the sight. So what I want to do is I've got to calculate whether that's enough to get just to about here so I can fit the light on, because I really like this blue fibre because it was like a headlight when it was stuck in. And I showed you before, I put a pinprick in there, so you can't even see it. It was just a pinprick, and that's, I cut, oh, is it this side? It's this side here. I put a pinprick in the tape. I taped across that way, and I put a pinprick to stick the end of it in, and then I just turn the back there and it turns the light on and it just goes straight into it. It's like a headlight, but I can vary the intensity with the switch at the back. So now I've got to rethread this longer one into here, but making sure, if not, I'll go for a different color over here with one of these colors here, and we'll see how that goes. So what I did, you can see the pin, the fiber holder, it on this Shorelock scope, I just had to see these little lug screws here on either side of there and there. I just had to loosen them to slip that in. So the fiber's got to go through that and then down around the scope, and then I'll lead it back when it's on, back to here, tape it on, and then slip it in like that. Okay, I finished now. Now what I've done, I've just gone straight from the pin, the fiber holder out and straight out. I didn't go around the scope. So I'm just going straight out now, and I've made sure I've got plenty of leeway up and down as the scope slides up and down the scope arm. So I've come out here, I've taped the fiber to the scope arm, I've put it into the light, and I've put the light on. So let's have a look how that goes. We'll get something very dark, like dark in the bush. Can't see it, can't see it. Bang, there's your light. There's your light. There it is. Look, it's like a headlight. Look at that. Woo! That's too much. It's too much glare. I usually just turn it on a little bit like that, and I can see it nicely. So that's done now. I'm set up, and now I just have to put the sight tape on here and make sure that's right. So if you want Jimmy to make you a sight tape, I'm sure he would for a minimal cost. You just got to send in the details, ask him what he needs to make a sight tape for you, and he prints them out. I'll show you them in a minute. And if you'd like to send in your chest, waist and hip measurements, I'm sure he'd make you a dress as well, because there's nothing he can't do. All right? See you later. Okay. Now, the great coach, Peter Fairhall, was kind enough to give me about half an hour of his time and to go through shooting 3D and animals. And man, he's got some interesting stuff. He's a refractory of knowledge. Is that the right word? A refractory of knowledge. Get back to me on that. Anyone knows the right word? Put it down there. It's something like that. Anyway, man, he knows a lot. So he told me some fantastic things, and God bless him, because he's such a nice guy. He actually gave me this. Have a look what he gave me. This is not going into focus. Oh, come on. Anyway, it tells you, you can just see there badly, I've got to get a new phone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has the distances. It has the distances that like a target 1 will go from 5.6 to 8.4 meters for adults there, seniors. All right, so that's what we're worried about. Now that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there happen to be these animals. So if I see one of these paper animals, any of these, I know it's a 1, and I go back to here, and it tells me the distance right here. It just there tells me how far. So I'm halfway home. I'm working out how far it is, right? Then if it's a number 2 animal, group 2 animals are there. Group 3 animals are there. Group 4 animals, if I see any of those 4, I know it's a 4 animal, and I know the distance that it's got to be shot, and there's the group 5 animals. And I can wear that on my person. So I'll be doing that. I think that one's on tomorrow, but I'll look into about that as well. I'll ask some people today. I've got to ask some people today. You know, I'll probably get friends with some people down there, and they'll give me a hint on what to do in the next couple of days, especially that unmarked day on the Sunday. The Saturday's marked. I think I'll kill that because of Jimi's sight tape, but the others I'm going to have to really get some knowledge off some people. I wish Brian Politis was here. All right then. So I'm now going to look at the sight tapes and get the sight tape on, and then I'll probably go down there early, like to get there early and see if we can't sort of shoot a bit, get a bit of practice in and find out what's going on. First lesson, don't miss the target. First shot,